Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to be here, to have the opportunity to share and to listen to all the wonderful Dharma and the thoughts from all of you. I think as we gather here today to contemplate, I think it is the hope of our Master, and it's the wish all of us that we could all, through this contemplation and also collective studying and sharing, that we could advance and also gain that little bit of wisdom every time. So today is a little bit special. Well, every day is special. I shouldn't say that, but today our program is a little bit different. In the first 10 or so minutes, I will be sharing some of the. I'll be sharing a little bit of what we had talked about last week, as well as some Q&As that many of you have posted. And like I said before, that I am very, very happy about being able to seeing all these questions. And then in the last 20 minutes, it will be Master DeYuen sharing about, in this particular time, the importance of the Buddha's birthday celebration, the importance of this celebration to celebrate life, to celebrate the gratitude. So let me quickly go through some of the things that we want to go through, and then we'll get to Master DeYuen very quickly. Last week we talked about the four ideas: the permanence, joy, I, and purity, and we talked about why. And the idea is that these four ideas or concepts are actually pathways and tools to enlightenment. For example, permanence means unwavering, persistent. This is a path that requires continuing and being persistent. And yes, it's simple for us to say, but it's also important for us to recognize and understand that in order for us to succeed, this is a long path. And that is why Master always talks about the importance of building the path and making the road so that people can travel easier on this very, very long journey. And Master always talks about the importance of caring for each other, because when you have a group, you can travel further, even though it might take longer time, but you are able to sustain longer. And that is the importance of the first character, permanence. And then we also talk about what is the idea of purity. And Master told us that the idea of purity is the very, very truthfulness and the sincerity at every moment. And while you're giving, while you're doing anything and helping others, when you do this with the utmost truthfulness and sincerity, while not asking anything for return, that is when you're at most pure. And that is something that we pursue as well, understanding that we do anything without asking for anything in return, at the same time with the utmost sincerity, because we're not forced to do something. When you're able to do that, then you're not falling into the cycle of seeking desire. And when you're doing that, when you're not seeking desire, then you will find the peace and joy. And so the word I. So we talk about four different concepts, right? Permanence, purity, joy. And the fourth one about I, well, we understand that everything, the vehicle and the medium, is important to carry out these teachings. So these are the things that's important for the vehicle to allow us, the pathway and the tools to allow us to reach enlightenment. And also the true emptiness and wondrous existence. I wanted to quickly jump to the Q&A, because this question was asked a while back. How do you actually apply true emptiness and wondrous existence in our daily lives? I think many people, and including myself, we always think about, if we take what's in our mind and transform it to something, take an idea and make it happen. You know, something that was empty to begin with, it's an idea, right? It's only a concept, and you make it into reality. That's a way to transform something out of nothing, right? Make something out of nothing. But the other day, I was listening to Master's Dharma talk, and on the 11th, as Master went through the 10th, all the Buddha's birthday ceremony and celebration, on the 11th, Master opened up by saying, as time quickly flies by, our lives are also slipping away. And quietly, their lives, our livelihood, quietly disappears into the void. And Master told us that everything is impermanent, everything is changing, everything is slipping away. However, Master said, even though it's impermanent, even though the time continuously takes our livelihood away, through it all, Master said, she's filled with gratefulness. And I think when I read this, I think I understood a little bit more about what does it mean to be true emptiness and also wondrous existence. I think it's not just about making something out of nothing. It's not just about that. It's not just about making from an idea into something that's concrete and object, but rather sometimes things, because of impermanence, it's just you're just slipping away. It's holding on to something while everything becomes nothing. And that's true emptiness, right? Everything is impermanent. Nothing is going to stay forever. In another word, just like our lives, it's slipping away. Every day, every second, it's slipping away. Our lives is getting less and less. That's what Master tells us. It's impermanent. It's not going to stay like this forever. So while this is happening, while everything becomes nothing, what are you holding on to? What is the value that you hold on to that is the most important? And the word Master gave us is gratefulness. And that, I think, is also true emptiness becoming wondrous existence. That as everything is becoming empty, as it always will, we are holding on to this feeling of gratefulness as making it permanent, making it always abiding in our mind. So that is something that I would like to bring in for all of you, to also as a QA, and also as something that reinforces everybody as we contemplate, as we read and hear something that Master says. It always connects us back to our lives, always connects us back to something of existence and something of emptiness. Okay, so that's my sharing for today. And now we're gonna head into we're very grateful to have Master DeYuen to share with us the importance of the this past week, where I'm sure everybody have already experienced the Buddha's day. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Joe, and good morning to the Sifu in the board, and also the brothers and sisters. And everyone will be well and stay peacefully in your home. Okay. So today I would like to share with you the meaning of the Buddha days. So let me start by showing this picture. Maybe some of you may wonder why I show this picture. When I was young, I was thinking of one day when I'm getting old, I would like to sit on this rocking chair and tell stories to all the kids. And this is my dream at that time. And I believe that through telling story, I can transform good thoughts to the children as well. So let me begin with a story about an ordinary young man who born in Lupini, attained enlightenment in more than 2,500 years ago. And his name was Jata, the prince. From the picture show, I believe you all have understand the life of the Buddha. But over here, I would like to share one thing that maybe this is first time in sharing. That during my university time, I was involved in a sketch performance for the Buddha life. And can you guess what role I'm acting? Anyone can get the answer? I'm acting as a white elephant who enter into the queen's wombs. And this indicates that now she has conceived a child who was a pure and powerful being. Of course, when the prince growing out, he has a luxury life, and also he get married, and later on, because of understand he see the suffering, and then would like to go into the truth of the life. That's why he escaped from the palace. And after 6 years, for the Prince Datta endure every form of ascetic practice until he finally find that middle path was the answer. So as over here, we can say that cultivation is just like a musical string instrument. The string will snap if it is too tight or not make any sound if it's too loose. So after accepting the shapeher's offerings, he recovered his strength. And he seated himself beneath the Bodhi tree in the meditation posture and vowed not to rise from meditation until he had attained perfect enlightenment. Of course, when he attained enlightenment, the first word that has come out is amazing, amazing. All beings possesses enlightened Buddha nature. So when our later Sangren started the Lotus Sutra, chapter 21, Sangren repeatedly mentioned that it is very important and everyone must have faith on it. So as you see, Sangren always say that 信为道源，功德母. Faith is the source of morality and virtues, nurturing within us all that are good. Also, he explained that human nature is intrinsically pure and innocent. However, one thought of ignorance gave rise to this illusory world, a temporary union of the 4 elements of earth, water, fire, and wind that arises and ceases. All living beings give rise to afflictions in this illusory world, become more confused and create karma. So how to overcome all of this? Through practicing Dharma. We must have faith. So the Buddha Days. Tzu Chi holds a global Buddha bathing ceremony each year to recognize the 3-in-1 celebration of the Buddha's birthday, Mother's Day, and Tzu Chi Day. Through this ceremony, we praise the truth, goodness, and beauty of the Buddha Dharma. With our hearts full of sincerity, we pray that all beings may be free from all troubles, that their hearts may be purified, and that they may thus become replete with wisdom and blessing. Some of the history about the Buddha Day ceremony. So on May 10, 1996, Tzu Chi recognized that 3-in-1 celebration where we will hold this Buddha Day ceremony every 2nd Sunday of May each year. And from 1996, May 28, this is the first time we celebrating it at the Tzu Chi Junior College of Nursing. And May 22nd, 1999, in Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital. First time in Hualien Tzu Chi Hall is on year 2000. Another historical moment is Taipei Sentient Hospital grand opening. We have a Buddha Day ceremony as well on that day. And then on the 2007, first time in Chiang Kai-shek Memory Hall. And May 2008 onwards, Tzu Chi people around the world celebrate it at each country. So over here, I would like to share with you when I was in Singapore volunteer, and that's first time I'm participating in the event. That is in May 2002. I was so touched when I see so many Sifu were involved. So, and my mind is calm when I listen to this song called Cheng Qi San Yan. Everyone know that when we sing this song, we will sing it like for Tuo. We raise our head, and I can feel that our sincere prayer reach the Buddha. Another historical moment that was in May in 2005. I was there participating in that event as well. That's the grand opening of Taipei Sentient Hospital. I still remember that I was staying in the hospital for 1 night. That is to plant a health seed. So I have better health right now, I believe. Then about 30 over countries volunteers was there to witness this historical moment. I can share with you one of the video snaps that you can look at it. It's very fast. Stop. Okay, you can see the one. Okay, another time. Although it's only 5 seconds, but as you can see, the one who ran the first one, that's me. Okay. Let's solve the technical issue first. Okay, we start from the beginning. So, stop. Okay, the one who is the first one is me running in first, and then because I stopped for a moment, because I didn't see people was running together, that's why I stopped for a while. Then how to continue? Please continue. Okay. Shangren always remind us that she is not able to wait for us, but we should practice Dharma diligently by ourselves. So this is the message I get on that day itself. Although I'm not the first one who ran to the master. Okay, another one is on this May 2007. The first time we're having over 10,000 people participating the Buddha Day ceremony in Chiang Kai-shek Memory Hall. In Mandarin, it's called 中正纪念堂. It's easier for me to mention that. So another thing is there's a lot of monasteries from other monasteries involved as well. So a master has said that if the heart is not filled with respect, the Dharma can never be taken to heart. On the Buddha's birthday, we hold various celebrations to commemorate the Buddha and express our respect to the Buddha. However, when we have true respect in our heart, we will treat every day as the Buddha's birthday. And we must take care of our heart and mind each and every day. Maintaining purity in our heart and respecting everyone like the Buddha. This is the responsibility the Buddha earnestly entrusts to us. The ritual of bathing the Buddhas has existed in Buddhism since ancient times. So we have to express of our sincerity, perform this ceremony orderly and beautiful. Tzu Chi community can bring harmony to society, so it must act in concert with the way of life of the current era. Although the current form can be different from the ancient form, it cannot depart from the traditional spirit. So always we will listen to this word like 礼佛足接花香祝福吉祥. What does it mean? 礼佛足 means bowing to the Buddha. With almost reverence, we wholeheartedly bow to the Buddha. The two-footed honor one replete with the wisdom and blessing. Then 接花香 is receiving the fragrant flower. We sincerely accept the fragrance of the Buddha Dharma, which enable us to clearly see the purity and wonders of features. And bestowing blessing. May the wisdom of the Dharma water cleanse us of the impurities in our hearts as we bless each other with gratitude and love. Most importantly, Master hopes that all people in the world can hold the meaning of bathing Buddha in their hearts every moment and every day. So another time I would like to repeat, 性为道源，功德母. Faith is the source of morality and virtues. And in May 2017, we have held this Buddha bathing ceremony in Santa Ana Church in Ecuador. And then at that moment, Master said that an event that transcends religions barriers. All present had one heart. Their thoughts were the same, pure and reverent. How can we bring harmony to the four elements so that all people can live in peace? For this, we must pray with almost sincerity. and to guide everyone to awaken the love in their hearts, so that they will sincerely and unconditionally give of themselves for suffering people in the world. Human beings are intrinsically good. We must lead everyone back to their pure nature and help to bring out their original kindness. When everyone's hearts can be in harmony, then the world can be at peace. So over here, you can see Master has mentioned that no matter what kind of religion, as long as the direction is correct, it can guide and bring purity to people's hearts, help them to return to their nature of goodness, and open the door of their heart to have selfless great love. These religions of right faith are what sentient being needs. Of course, Master mentioned that different religions can interact with each other with love and support each other. Over here, I would like to quote an example in Philippines. During our rice distribution, at the start, many people were agitated, fearing that they will miss out. But the volunteers are able to calm them down by ensuring that no one will miss out. So upon hearing this, the residents line up patiently with the 1.5 meter distance and making sure that they are not affecting other people. So over here, you can see that if we guide them properly, they will listen to us and also follow the rules as well. So that's why I would like to tell you that everyone or every human being has the Buddha nature. So Master always say that we must strengthen the power of good and widely spread the seeds of good, never allowing the power of evil to cover them out. There is no need to teach profound principles. We must use an approachable methods to attract people to come into touch with, understand, and resonate with the idea of doing good. So over here you can see that picture. That is the bamboo coin bank. It was taken, I believe, in Penang that time. And then we always say that be vigilant of our body, speech, and mind. So daily we should cultivate three goods. There is good deeds, good words, and good thoughts. So this year we have an online Buddha bathing ceremony because of the COVID-19. So I believe everyone are staying at your home, but anyway, we are going online on 10th of May this year. And this is the first time also we're celebrating Buddha Day ceremony in Jing abroad. So on that day, Zhen Puti, Master had, on that day itself, Master saying that grateful to many Buddhist elders and Dharma Master. Although there is a pandemic, we are still celebrating the birth of the Buddha. All Tzu Chi volunteers and Buddhists around the world will not forget that the awakened one of the cosmos came to the world to create a path for people and let us know that the world is full of suffering. And as we can see, especially this time we have the pandemic, is a grand lesson for us. It reminds us to awaken to life's impermanence. A new virus has impacted the whole world. Many people around the world are frightened, anxious, and fearful for their own safety. The most important thing now is to calm people's heart. We hope that together our sincere piety can reach the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas above. So we can see that Tzu Chi volunteers in more than 50 countries and regions have gone online to join the Buddha Day ceremony and pray piously. We hope that in joining this assembly online, everyone meets online to regard the world with love and compassion. The Buddha and Bodhisattvas will also give their compassionate love and blessing to us in the world and end this pandemic be over quickly. And today, Master said that he is truly grateful for the sincere piety that people have demonstrated, making the Buddha Day as normal as previous years, even in a pandemic like this. everyone still show their sincerity and piety. Just now we pray to heaven in repentance and bow our hearts in gratitude. The most important thing for us now is to be repentant and grateful. Let us repent for our past wrongs, be grateful for the future, and be hopeful for the peace and safety at present. We have to keep our minds isolated from the virus, but harbor good thoughts. The most important thing is to stay vigilant, follow rules, calm our mind, and care for one another. Okay, over here, this picture, I believe a lot of people have seen before, and Master always tell us every time. She said that every second, 2,443 animals are killed. That is excluding marine life. And 1 year, there is 77 billion animals are killed. So with deep sense of repentance, let us adopt a vegetarian lifestyle to protect all life. So now, kindly palms together. We would like to go for lead you for the repentance words over here. Kindly recite loudly. Today, we repent before the Buddha. We uphold a vegetarian diet to protect all life. We unite to relieve suffering and end disasters and pandemics. With almost sincerity, we sincerely make vows with a pure heart. May we eliminate all epidemics so that we may be without illness, pain, and suffering. May all words of the 10 directions be safe and secure. May infinite blessings and wisdom benefit all beings. May we eliminate all karmic obstructions, be free from all sufferings, and enjoy peace. As we know that the last four words, the words is come from Master, and he mentioned it on the 8th of May. That is 愿十方世界常安稳，无边福智益群生，愿所有罪障悉消除，远离众苦归安乐。He mentioned on this 8th of May, and it's very important, and hope everyone can remember it. And today is my sharing, end of my sharing, and thank you for listening. Let us pray for COVID-19 patients to have speedy recovery. Pray for the people who are working hard every day in the front lines to take care of the patient. And also pray for peace and safety and creating more blessing for all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sifu, for such great reminders and powerful, wise insights. Kind Brother Joe for the great sharing. Okay, good morning, brothers and sisters. Today we have with us Brother Fu An. Brother Fu An is a very busy teacher, but despite his busyness, he's very active. The portfolio that he's, the mission that he's helping in Tzu Chi is Xie Zhuchang. Normally, Xie Zhuchang, I mean, the concerted effort leader is normally associated with people who are more senior, like ladies, but this is a young man holding this task. We are very grateful to his mother. His mother is one of my, I benefited from her. Okay, so let us invite Brother Fuan to share. Brother Fuan, over to you.
Sister Tzu Chi, I am Fuan from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and this is actually my second sharing. I was all sister. I think my first sharing it was like 2 years back, and before I start my sharing, right, I would like to actually today is Malaysian Teachers Day, so I would like to wish the teachers from Malaysia is 教师节快乐. Okay, let's start. Without further ado, let's do my sharing first. I would like to share my screen. This is the story about me. Actually, you can have them first. It's a short video.
我本身呢是一个毕业知青，可是在外面流荡了大概13年。3年前，然后妈妈就是需要到医院做手术，我只是说了一句就去做吧，因为医生会问你叫什么名字，她紧张到说不出来。原来我没有同理心，那时候说非常的忏悔。这次能够回得来台湾给上人受证，是圆了妈妈的一个心愿，所以我觉得这是一个时候让我来帮妈妈把协力组长给扛下来，让妈妈先休息。
Okay, this is how I not just say accept. My mom stepped down from CLE. How we call it, joint effort leader. So I took place. I took up the place like CLE 组长. Yes, you're right. Okay, then I will share my screen. This is I get ready a few slides. Okay, and this is my Fahao is Cheng. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And this is the picture that it was like 2003 when I was teaching before, but it was like many couple years ago. It was like how many years now? It's like 13 years, 14 years ago when I was in the university. And after how many years? After it was like after so many years, only I went for the probationary training program and I was certified at the year of 2018. And this is my mom and me and my friends. I saw Jerry's brothers and sister was on the line now. Okay, not to say transformation actually is like what I gained from Tzu Chi after certified from Taiwan. So I was involved in teacher associations and I was the 3-in-1 volunteer as a writer, and I was the CLE leader, which is joint effort leader, and a charity case leader. This is the picture when I was in the teacher associations. Okay, as a joint effort leaders, right, I have to monitor like what happens in my CLE. So I have to monitor and patrol the online because during now is the MCO what we have in Malaysia, like we can't go, it's something like lockdown in Malaysia, we can't go out, so we have to like conduct a lot of online courses and online bonding to keep track what happened to what the communities are doing now. So this is one of the program, which is we have the joint efforts online bonding, and we do have the Sunday online diligence day, which is we have how many series now? About 6 or 7 series already every Sunday. So because we can't go out, so we can stay at home and listen to the Dharma. And this is very huge group. We have group study on every Friday, and this is a very huge group. It's really wow, it's really fantastic. Okay, it's very successful because we are having this on Friday online group study. Like yesterday, we have Shan Hu sharing by Ming Chen Sixiong. And this is the GNC. So actually, as a joint effort leader, we have to like we have to monitoring the GNC. Like we have online bonding and as well as the patient as well. The patient online bonding, we cannot skip this part because we can't go to do jiafang, like we can't visit their house, so we have to do online bonding to check out whether how was they doing and ask is there any problem during this MCO, what we call is lockdown in Malaysia. Okay, this is actually my first articles that written by the Taiwan 3-in-1 volunteers, and like the last part when I met Shangren, I say 师公上人，您的孩子回来了 ，Master, your child is back. Okay, and this is my first my first picture in the Malaysian Tzu Chi magazine. This is a picture of me, quite quite plump at the time, and this is my brother. And at that time, I was holding like 28 bamboo banks, and I sent it over to Jing Hall. And actually, this 28 bamboo bank is I collected from all my communities, all my friends and my siblings. So we sent over to the Jing Hall. Okay, actually, as a 3-in-1 volunteers, right? And this is my first writing, my first articles. Actually, I was very nervous when my He Qi Zuzang asked me, my He Qi Zuzang, how we call it, and our leader asked me to write out the sharing about the Wen Chen Shishong from Miaoli. He came to our license to share this one. So I write down, and they publish my articles after a few days, and this is actually my first published. So I feel like it's really like very shocked. Not to say shocked. I was very happy because at least I have a chance to write articles regarding to like this is actually the Xin Fa Xiang sharing. And this is the actually the sports day for the refugees in Kuala Lumpur. And this is Sister Xu Qing. This is another articles. And this is the Yu Jiao, okay, the kindergarten, Tzu Chi kindergarten's articles. And this is the DeYuen for the patient commissioner. And this is actually the Tzu Sao Ying, the camp for Tzu Sao. And this is also the patient. These all articles. This is about the TIMA program, the TIMA program articles. And this is the year-end blessing. And this is another TIMA program. And this is like Jing Si Tang. This is a sport days. This is my first published articles in the Tzu Chi magazine. And this is the second one, which is regarding to vegetarian, how Mr. Brother Deng Chai is like the way how he can like he became vegetarian. Okay, 3-in-1. You can see my actually he's on the line now. Okay, he's a photographer and I am the writer for the program. Actually, what I gain a lot from 3-in-1 volunteers, like I learned a lot. Like I have to face when we're trying to interview the other people's, right? I have to learn like how to talk to them and how to gain their idea. They have to say like how they are like touched or how they get touched by the program or the sharing. Okay, as a charity case leader, I delete a lot. Okay, I have to blanco their face. Okay, and this picture actually is my first time to visit them, and then after a few times, I as a leader to bring all the GNC and the gray shirts volunteer to learn how to like walk and to learn how to like how to say taking how to learn to take care of the care recipients. Okay, actually there are two stuff that we cannot like delay, which is filial piety and good deeds should not be delayed. This is my Tzu Chi family. This is me, my mom, my auntie, my uncle, and my auntie as well. Okay, now come to the vegetarian part. Actually, this is sharing from my community. Okay, let's go for this part. Actually, Jiangshan He, he has a friend. He trying to ask his friend to like okay, okay. Now, just be up during this MCO, right? Actually, he said, stop killing animals for our food. Stop eating meat and observe vegetarian during Hari Raya Puasa, because now actually is the fasting month for those Muslim friends. So actually we have nothing to lose but a lot of gain. The non-killing and no meat eating are act of compassion towards other sentient beings, which has been every rights of accidents of the planet redeemed from its hour all along. It's tried out. Actually, okay, and then this is my way of encouraging a vegetarian diet, and she admit that it's a good way to follow diet, and I do some days of this week. And this is from the sharing from the community, and this is my story. The next one is my own story. Oh, sorry. Okay, actually, Ustad Hamdan, he is an Islamic teacher, and we are working in the same school, and he's teaching Arabic as second language, and I'm teaching Chinese as second language. And the whole school know that actually I am a vegetarian. And what happened in the school actually? Not even my colleagues, they know that I'm a lacto vegetarian or vegetarian, we call it. Actually, even the cook from the cafe, they will ask me, what should I cook for you today? And there was one day, my colleague complained about me. He said, hey, what happened? Why we can't have meat at morning? I was so shocked. Why you say so? And then he said that because of you, we can only have plain fried noodles, fried rice, no chicken, no fish in the meal. Wow, my goodness, the whole school, because of me, they changed the morning breakfast menu. Wow, I was like so surprised actually. And Ustad Hamdan is my Islamic friend. Actually, he's a religion teacher, and he just one day he texts me. He texts me about vegetarian. So that actually he asked me, as a Muslim, can he practice vegetarian diet? And then he asked me what are the types of the vegetarian. So I sent him the link, and then he asked me, I sent him the link. Actually, and he asked me why I want to practice the vegetarian diet, and then he said actually for immune system, and we have at least 8 types or 7 types of vegetarian. So, and then after that, he asked me, "Wow, really? So Muslim can we eat like if can we have all those like with the label of 100% vegetarian?" I said yeah, and then he asked me, "How about cheese and the milk product?" I said yeah, can. Oh, and then after he studied the ring, right? He said, "Oh, because you are the lacto ovo vegetarian." Wow, and then he said, "Wow." Oh, now you are something like you give me a hint actually. So for me, right, you have to say out loud to tell your friends or your colleagues or the people around you that I am a vegetarian. Not to say they would not just say like respect you, but you just say it loud. Then they might follow your vegetarian diet one day. Who knows, right? Okay, this is my sharing. Small communities plays a big team spirit. From corporations to commitment, everyone is connected, and the love and goodness of the community are connected. And the last from me, my intention is to lead and accompany, cultivate talent, and inherit the meridians so that volunteers can be brave in learning and commitment and continue to promote the Tzu Chi dedication to the community. And that is from my sharing. Anand, thank you. Sister Xiu Jing, are you there?
感恩福安师兄，we pass over to our Hualien teachers，感恩，感恩。 所父孩子所寄来。
Thanks for Fuan. Sorry. Chen Su sharing. Can you hear me? Okay. So just now I can see that a lot of activities that you have mentioned that what you have involved previously. So if you can see that whenever you would like to do the sharing, then you will go and find out these are the activities that you have participated in. And then from there, you will realize that, I have utilized every moment of my time to do all the good deeds and to sow the blessing as well. So these are the good deeds that you have done. So sometimes when we involve in the activities, we may find some difficulty, but nevertheless, we will say that 有心就不难了, huh? So don't be afraid of that. And because of you are the vegetarian, and you can find that people are also supporting you, and as we have said out loudly, so people will also follow you as well. That's why I hope that you can spread this news to everyone or your friends, your relatives, so that everyone can follow you as a vegetarian as well. So and now I pass back to Tzu Chi. Okay, thank you.
感恩袁师傅，感恩 for the wonderful reminders and insights. 感恩Fuan师兄 for your sharing. Yeah, indeed, actually, Brother Fuan, he has more to share, but because of the time, he has to cut it short. As a 协力组长, okay, we are from the same Hualien, okay, the bigger one community, but we are in the same. He's in another 协力, I'm in the other 协力, so we learn from each other. And Brother Fuan often inspire us with a lot of the great efforts done. So we are helping each other, encouraging each other. That's why Master said this path have to be walked together. And we still have some time if anyone who wish to share on anything. Okay. Okay, Elsa, we will close the session. We are very grateful today for so much wonderful insights from Yuan Sifu. Very 感恩 for the great sharing on this Buddha Bathing Day and our brother Joe. I think many of us are following him, not only on this platform, he's also sharing Indonesia and various religions days. So we are very grateful. 感恩 brother Fuan, 感恩 brothers and 感恩师父 and our Hualien teachers as well as brothers and sisters, okay, for lots of this heartfelt and wisdom sharing. Aside from this, we also have daily after Xun Fa Xiang sharing in English as well as Chinese. I think in Indonesian language across countries, everyone is doing it. So please seize the moment during lockdown. Before, some of them they couldn't Xun Fa Xiang because maybe once the office starts, they have to arrange for children and a lot of activities. But now during lockdown, hope that more can seize this opportunity and listen to Master Chapter 21 and join the various online sharing. Can PM us if you wish to listen in English, Chinese, Indonesian, whatever languages you wish. There are the session provided. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for your support daily. Xun Fa Xiang, as well as all these Fridays live caption, wonderful, and this Hualien session. Hope that each of us could sustain the Dharma joy and take in another piece of our Hualien Dharma team's great wisdom and compassion to us. Let us please make 3 vows to the Buddha and Dharma Master as we depart to apply these teachings in our daily life. Palms together. First vow. Second vow. Third vow. And a bow to our beloved Yuan Sifu and all the Dharma masters, the board masters at Hualien, 感恩